All right. Um, with that, let's get into our regular and not so regular updates today. Um, we are recording now. And for those of you who are watching the recording later, it will be posted on YouTube. Welcome to the community call if you missed our introductions part live. This is the last Tuesday weekly community call of the year at MetricsDAO. Kind of crazy where time went, where the year went. It was an interesting year in Web3 overall. The good, the strange, all kinds of things. But we're really happy that you're here with us at the end of the year. You've been here with us throughout for the ride, learning, doing analytics, and just connecting and being part of the community. So yeah, thanks for everything this community has done and supported us to let MetricsDAO, be here where we are, and you're here with us. And there's lots to get excited about for next year as well. And some of that we'll talk about today. There is, if you've heard our big news, the Metrics app launch is coming up in January, which there will be a separate event to learn more about that this week. But yeah, that's a really, really exciting milestone for us. You might have seen some of it on our Twitter. Helix will talk about it today in more detail, just a little bit, to give you a sneak peek, or a verbal sneak peek anyway. Next year, there'll be way more bounties and new projects partnering with us, so there's definitely something to be excited for. Lots more courses and opportunities for you to learn with us and advance your skills and career in Web3. Let's see, what else do we have that's still on our docket this year? So as I mentioned, on Thursday, we will have a call with Elise, who I think is here today as well. Hey, Elise. We'll talk more about the upcoming app in more detail. And the reason to attend is you can first ask all your questions directly to the app developer, and you can also find out how it will make your participation in our analytics different and easier and kind of cool and decentralized. So there is an opportunity to attend that. It's in our Discord events, top left of our server. And it's on Thursday, December 22nd at noon Eastern, same time as today's call. Also, we will have a holiday plan for all of you to do some extra analytics and some fun kind of analytics bounty extravaganza. And Brendan is here to talk more in more detail about it later today. We have some courses that Patrick and I will talk to you about, and how to get involved with those, and if you're already registered, what are the next steps. And also talk about a little bit about our book club. So if you're relaxing, chilling during the holidays, there's something for you to read and get better at being analysts, if that's your cup of tea. So all of those are on the agenda today, and we have our contributors talking about all of that. And let's get started with bringing Helix up to talk about who we are and our big app news.
Yeah, thank you, Marina. Just want to make sure everybody's hearing me. Had some trouble with connecting, but it seems so.
I can hear you.
Okay,
All
great,
good.
great. All right, thank you. So, yes, as you know, at MetricsDAO, we are the DAO, a community for Web3 analytics. So, our community members brainstorm analytic questions, they analyze data, they discover insights, they peer review each other's work, they curate data tables for analysts, they learn and share knowledge. So, and on top of all of that, we have xMETRIC, which is our non-monetary beta token. And if you've been staying up to date on our announcements on Twitter, you probably know we're about to introduce a really big change to the Web3 data space with our new Metrics app, and it's coming in January, and that's really soon, of course. So the Metrics app is basically the centralized marketplace for on-demand blockchain analytics at scale. That's a whole mouthful, but we'll break it down. So using the upcoming Metrics app, anyone will be able to request and fund an analytics challenge. And then our participants will have access to submit analytics for those challenges. get reviewed, and get paid. So you'll be able to do all of the things you can do now, plus more. And all of it will be governed by a decentralized protocol. So pure Web3. Now, if you would like to learn more about MetricsDAO and the new Metrics app, I'm going to drop a link in chat to our blog. You can read all about the upcoming app, and you can also peruse our blog to learn more about other parts of the DAO where you're at it. So dropping the link right now, there it is. Yes, nice embedded picture, graphic. So that's that. You can check that out. If you got questions or you want to hear more firsthand, and I say firsthand because our lead developer is joining for this, you can join the following event. Looking to 2023, our new upcoming MetricsDAO app, Ask Me Anything community call. Another whole mouthful. But basically, the app's lead developer is coming on. You can ask her any question you got. It's this Thursday, so December 22 at noon Eastern time. So again, I'll drop a link to the Discord event. It will be really easy for you to grab that. There it is. So just hit interested to get a notification when we're starting, get a reminder, and I hope to see you there. So on that note, this event, looking to 2023, this Ask Me Anything, will also be our final event of 2022. We'll be mostly offline the week of December 25th. So for me, enjoy your holidays, and I see you in the next year. We hope you join us in 2023 for all of the events we got going on, and we already got planned a bunch of cool ones. So you'll hear more on that in the new year. And of course, we got lots of exciting things planned for the new year. So can't wait for it. I hope to see you there. Yeah, let's make it a good one. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Helix. Let's make it a good one indeed. Appreciate your update. And yeah, the cool thing is that although, well, a lot of us will be offline over the holidays, if you're around, there will be tons of special cool analytics to do over the period. So you both have a chance to kind of take it easy and enjoy your holidays, but also take some time and do some cool analytics. And we have Brendan here who will give you some alpha on that.
Yes, thanks to Helix for telling us a little bit more about the new app. But before we get there, we do have, like Marina mentioned, some really cool things going on next week, specifically what we call our Mega Dash challenges. So these are particularly challenging questions that call for basically not only a wide and deep array of analytics, but also a usable and user-friendly UI and UX. So something that folks can get in and interact with, not just a plain dashboard. That's obviously a bigger challenge than we usually ask for. So we're making a couple of accommodations, I guess you would call them, or adjustments to our bounty process. First off, they will be open for basically a 2-week cycle. So because the DAO team will be off for most of next week during the holidays, these will run for 2 weeks, keep you busy during that time. That should also give folks a little bit of extra time to put some added effort into these, make sure that UI and the UX and all the analytics are really dialed in. And to go with the extra challenge and the extra time, we'll also have extra payouts. We're still working on the exact budget, so more soon, TM there. But check them out when they start going out tomorrow at noon. They'll go out with tomorrow's usual batch of bounties, and you can see all the details on what we're looking for, the requirements for these, the schedule for them, as well as the payout. So we'll have a handful of these questions running. They'll be on Terra, on Near, and on Optimism for sure. We'll also have some kind of open analytics calls for them. So if there's a chain or an ecosystem you feel particularly passionate about that you want to dive into that's not listed with the others, you can do that there. And we'll have some other open analytics questions and things like that to keep you busy as well. So definitely check out the site. They will all be on our bounty program site either tomorrow for the bounties that usually go out tomorrow, and then on Friday for a few extras. And like I mentioned, they'll each be running for 2 weeks. So they'll close on Wednesday, January 4th and Wednesday, January 6th, respectively. So nice long window there. Definitely check them out, and you can hit up myself and any of the other bounty team members, I'm sure Marina and Sandesh will also be willing to help in the next few days as these are going up if you have questions or if anything about these challenges is unclear. We also do have our cadre of questions from last week still open. So that includes our near free square bounty, our Terra Dash Part 3, and our Uniswap NFT aggregator as part of our In the News series. All of those went out a week ago tomorrow, and they will be closing tomorrow at 12 noon. So just under 24 hours left to get your submissions in there. And on Friday at 12 noon, all of these times are Eastern, by the way, the Surge of Optimism bounty, as well as our open analytics on Solana and ETH will be closing. So you have a little bit more than 2 days or so there. So check those out as well. So once again, we have the Mega Dashes opening later this week, and we've got some bounties still going on for the next day or two, depending on their schedule. I know that was a lot, so I will leave a link in chat momentarily where you can find all of your bounty questions and submit. And just a reminder generally, but I especially wanted to make this with those Mega Dashboard questions popping up, as Marina is mentioning. You can check out your competition in real time, and that is important because, as you all know, we pay these bounties out on a first, second, third, and so on basis. So if you're unsure of if something's quote unquote worth it, if you don't want to start and spend a whole bunch of time on something only to find out there are a lot of analysts only working on that, you can check out the link that Marina left in chat. That's metricsdao.xyz/dashboard. And I think that wraps it up for me, at least for now. Hope everyone has a great holidays, whatever you're celebrating. We'll see you on the community call tomorrow. And I'll toss it back to Marina for the time being.
Thanks, Brendan. So as you heard, lots of cool bounties, cool analytics challenges coming to you this week, and they will not close until the new year. So there's lots of time, and there's extra payouts, as Brendan said. So keep your eye out for that. Just a quick note: we do have a closing community call on Thursday this week. So if you have any other lingering questions, we'll be focusing on the app, but if you do want to bring any questions, I'll be there to answer anything else as well. And let's get into what else we still have this year and coming up early next. We have Patrick here. So if you are signed up for our live course, which will start, the new cohort will start in January, on January 9th. Patrick will share with you now a bit more about what to expect or the first steps. And also, if you're not signed up, if you want to be, we'll share a link in the chat. So here's over to Patrick.
Hey, thank you. So as Maria mentioned, the sign up is still open. It is open until January 4th. And looking at the audience here, I believe most people are already in cohort 2, so I won't belabor the point. So basically, the goal for cohort 3 is to stay. We're going to hold a live cohort over 6 weeks. The target audience is the crypto or analytics curious, so you don't have to have a wealth of knowledge beforehand. We're going to help you take you from that point, just being curious, to being able to do intermediate analytics. So that's the objective. There's a slight update since cohort 2. Some of these changes have been implemented as cohort 2 is going on. So we are offering 100 xMETRICs per analytics challenge completed. Now, these are obviously, the instructors will look at the challenge and make sure that it's not spam. So we'll offer 100 xMETRICs for that. In addition, if your dashboard is voted as one of the top ones on the JokeDAO contest, we'll offer another 100 xMETRICs per dashboard completed. So those are the updates. As usual, we'll offer 25 xMETRICs per attendance, quiz completion, and also participation during the week. So that's the difference between the live course, cohort 3, and cohort 2. All right, so let's move on to the schedule so that you can plan your year. Right? I know everyone's going to be super busy right as the year starts. So on January 9th, we'll have our first session. I will teach it as I did last time. And then 16th, 23rd, both at 3 p.m. Eastern. Rena will take whoever's up on mute, please. Teach session 2 and 3. The topics are largely the same. We'll make small tweaks here and there during the course. And on the 31st, Sam will be back to teach intermediate SQL, as he did this couple of weeks ago. And on the 6th, Chuxing will be back to teach doing analytics again. And on February 13th, we'll have another career panel. The experts may be different, so that's still in the works. These times for the Sam, Chuxing, and career sessions, those are tentative, but there should be what we're trying to hit. All right, any questions or concerns? I know one person asked me if he missed one of the bounties during cohort 2, can he retake and resubmit those bounties? And I replied that absolutely, we'll welcome you to do the bounty, submit it, we'll evaluate it just the same as cohort 3, and look forward to seeing that person in cohort 3, just for the bounties. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick, for that overview. So yeah, if you're enrolled, here's what you need to get started. If you're not enrolled yet in our live course starting January 9th, but you want to be, the signups are still open. I dropped the link in the chat, and the signups are open until January 4th. So be sure to sign up. And if you took part of the previous cohort, like Patrick said, but you want to kind of pick it back up, you're also welcome to re-sign up and just start where you left off. I would welcome you back, absolutely. A couple of more educational things on the docket. So if you are a current student, or if you are an enrolled student with us already, the current students are having a JokeDAO race contest for the best first dashboard. So all of you who are in those groups I just mentioned, as well as MetricsDAO folks, can vote. So if you go to the jokedao.io website, and I'm dropping the link in the chat to our contest, you can sign in with your wallet on Polygon and cast your vote as to which dashboard is favorite, and we will call the winner today at 4 p.m. Eastern. So that's during the live career session for the current cohort. And speaking of, even if you are not enrolled in the cohort that's on right now, we invite you very warmly to come to the closing session today, 4 p.m. Eastern. That's a career panel. So our guests will talk about how to break into Web3 analytics, how to do freelance or full-time, just kind of all the range of opportunities there, tips, tricks, all the fun stuff, answer questions. And if you haven't seen who the guests are, it is a really, really awesome panel. Really great speakers with Hill Dobby and Aga Peristay and Andrew Hong, who are all top class Dune wizards, as well as they're working in the field. Aga Peristay and Andrew are now at Dune leading Wizard Relations and Education, and Hill Dobby, if you don't know Hill Dobby, definitely check him out. He's a legend in the space. So if all of you want to join, you're more than welcome. It's in our Discord events if you want to click the link, and it'll take you to YouTube, which is where it'll be streamed. So I just shared that link over. And now if you are a bit of admin, but kind of exciting one, I hope, because if you are enrolled in our courses, we have started issuing some enrolled student badges on chain, on Polygon. So you might already have a badge in your wallet. So if you want to try it out and see if you already got one as an enrolled student, you can head over to Start Your Journey in our Discord channel, in our Discord server, and there you see a button that says Connect to Guild. And Guild is what we use to kind of connect those badges to our Discord roles. So if you click that button, Connect, it will check what badges you have in your wallet on Polygon. And based on those badges, it will give you some roles. So if you want to start checking that out gradually, we're rolling that out. So if you kind of don't see that right away, don't worry. But like over today and tomorrow, you can start doing that, checking that out, seeing if you got a role. Also, I think currently the badges end at this past weekend, so like those will start, the more recent ones will start rolling out soon too. So just kind of check it out over the next few days before the holidays, see what you get. And those roles we'll use to also tag you and send you reminders about the course. And one of them for our current live cohort that's going to start in January, going to be a little assignment, a little pre-assignment. So we'll tag you with that, tag you with your role, let you know on Discord, and it'll be a little quiz. Optional, but hopefully fun. If you can keep yourself muted unless you're speaking, that would be great. Thanks. So yeah, to continue that, just keep an eye out for that. And if you eventually do grab the role, we'll tag you with that to kind of see that pre-work quiz 0. And the reason to do it will be, to get into our ecosystem, to kind of learn what's what, and to earn some xMETRIC if you're enrolled as well. So keep an eye out for that. Let's see. If you are interested in our other courses, we've been talking a lot about Web3 Analytics 101 Live, but we also have a couple more or a few more new ones coming in January. So if you visit our blog, I'm going to put the link in right now. You can read all about our courses. We have ecosystem courses for Near, Algorand, and Ethereum coming up. That'll start in January. We also have our Analytics 101 in async format that you can take at any time, and all the signups are in our blog. And kind of finally, for our learning and for our professional development, check out our book club, which is in the reading group channel. That's a forum channel. So there's some chapters you can already read of Storytelling with Data, which is a great book suggested by one of our course learners and voted on by the community to pick, and we're reading it together. So we'll be reading it until the first week of January, and there's a schedule there and chapters in the forum, and in January we'll meet all together and discuss and also see how we can apply that to our analytics and our dashboards to kind of make it really practical. And with that, I think that's all our updates for today. So if you have any questions, now is a great time to ask. We have a couple in chat. I'm going to read those out loud. In JogDAO, is it allowed to vote only for one proposal? Generally, yes. So it depends on how many votes you have or voting tokens you have to your wallet. Most people have one. Sometimes if you're in several of the groups, several of the courses that you registered for, you might have several, so you can spread those out, or you can vote for the same one. That's up to you. But many people will also just have one. So that's one vote. And the second question is for the January course. When is it going to be started? It starts January 9th. We will have the first live session at 3 p.m. Eastern, January 9th. It's, I believe, already in our Discord events. And you can kind of click interested. Otherwise, it'll be there in that same place kind of ahead of time. So you can click interested. It will be really important that everyone who registered for the live course attends that first session, because that's kind of the official enrollment starting session. That will kind of signal whether or not you want to proceed with the course, so be sure to attend it. And that's the information that you also will have received by email if you're registered. If you have any other questions, I hope that helps. If you have any other questions, we're here. You can tag us in Discord. You can tag me in Discord. Sandesh is here as well. You can tag him. We would love to help. And if there are any other questions, you're welcome to either type them right now before we wrap or ask it with voice. Okay, it seems no other questions so far. Remember, you can always ask us in Discord, general course channels that start with education, analytics channel if it's about analytics. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you once more on Thursday for the Looking to 2023, the app special community call. And that will wrap us for the year. So we also hope you have a great holiday season, a nice break, you do some analytics, you participate in our challenges throughout that holiday period. And thanks again for being here, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.